those 20-somethings. So, yeah, we're back. Today we're going to be talking about dating culture and those 20-somethings.
20-somethings a little terrible, you know?
It's a little rough out here.
It could be.
But before we even start anything, I don't know if you've seen our previous episode, but we like to check in on people before we even get started with anything because, you know, people, they're just like always gonna go, always like, okay, we gotta get this done, business, this, that, and the third. And it's like, people never, I feel as though, people never really ask others how are they with the intent to really listen.
Yeah.
It's just also, oh, hey, how are you? Yeah, I'm good, and you? Okay. And you did. Or people don't even let you respond before they just...
Formalities, that's literally it. People do it because it makes them look good.
Exactly.
Subconsciously, we say like that.
Yeah, honestly. So that's really what it is. So, yeah, I just want to ask you, like, how are you feeling? Instead of numbers, we go based off, like, memes.
Memes.
Yeah, like, memes, like, from Instagram.
Nah, I know what you mean.
So we have a couple. As time goes on, gonna get some more. But for now, I'm gonna read off what we have, and then you tell me based off of how you're feeling or how things have been going for you, which one best fits like your mood right now, mentally, like your mental health.
Yes.
So we have. Damn.
Want to hear the other option?
Child.
Next one.
I'm fighting for my life. Ooh, this is nice. It don't sound like roaches or nothing. Why would you bring that to somebody else's club? That's sad.
Wow. So it's probably a combination of the first and the third one. I'm fighting for my life. What he said? Yo, it's crazy because that shit the same birthday as me and I don't like that
He
shit.
said, all the time. You know? Okay, so damn, when you fight for your life, damn well, you know, we have to pray for our friend. Always pray for your friends. You know, we need villages as adults too, not just children. We will speak on that later in time. But
it's a fact.
Yeah. Just know you have people who are here for you, and things will get better. There's a saying where they say things get better before they get bad, but I believe that things get bad before they get better.
It's funny because I thought it was the other way around, but I see what you mean when you say it like that. Yeah. I get it. I totally get it.
Yeah.
It's funny.
Go ahead.
My bad. The thing that keeps me going the most is the fact that I know that I'm loved. You feel me?
Yeah.
And before, I used to feel like I have my arms in all of these different places, nurturing these different bonds and relationships, friendships, or whatever. And you know, it felt like, you know, I felt like I was overexerting myself at one point. But then, you know, when I took time to, you know, check on myself and make sure that I was good, I found people were reaching out to me as well. So it's like, you know, people got their lives, but at the end of the day, when the ones that really care, they're going to reach out to you and make time. And that's what my people have been doing. So I want to shout out to everybody that's been, you know, has been with me. You know what I'm saying? And I know that y'all dealing with what y'all got to deal with too. So I don't mind if, you know, you may fall low for a little bit. I mean, you ain't living nothing personal. You're those.
Nah.
Gucci though, yeah.
But, you know, I always say everybody's going through stuff, it's true, but that don't mean that I feel like that saying is just to show that you need to give others grace, but not that you should not be there or check up on your friends.
Absolutely.
It's just, you know, those who are going through things, you say that, you know, for them to just remember, okay, you know, I'm not alone, and maybe I need to give others grace, even though it may be hard to sympathize for others when you're going through your own shit. But in which I guess that's where that saying comes from, so it's all like interconnected.
Sure.
But I just say, you know, we just have to give people grace and just be there for our friends. That's it. So I'm here for you, friend.
I agree wholeheartedly. You already know how we rocking.
Right. Big Capricorns.
Oh yeah, gold energy. Better act like you know.
Right. I would say I'm feeling like this is
My
nice.
bad. I did next. That's my bad.
No, you're good. You're okay.
Yeah.
Grace, I got grace for you. Like, you gonna do this shit, you know? Real shit.
Word two.
But I feel like this is nice. That's why I went to it anyway, like, or nothing. Like, and that, it seems funny, but like, that's the same to say, like, I'm hopeful. Like, things are going good, things are nice. Like, this is nice. Like, okay, like, ain't no funny shit. Like, okay, this is nice. Like, you know,
You know what I get from that? You know what I get from just, that meme in general?
Yeah.
It's just somebody's counting their blessings, you feel me?
Yes.
Everything don't gotta be all right because you gotta have your balance, you feel me?
Yeah.
So, yeah, so
I
that
agree.
goes.
Word. So with that being said, we already got deep into it. I want to introduce you, give you a proper introduction. I know you have like multiple aliases.
I got a bunch of aliases.
If you want to give your introduction, that's okay. If you feel more comfortable with that, you want to tell the people how and what, or everything that's you. So.
Everything that's me. Yeah, so many people may know me as LV_Smooth or just LV Smooth in general, but artist name officially is Class LV. There's other people that know me by my real name. Those who know it, they know it. We're not gonna do that for the vlogs, OD. But yeah, I'm a guy. I'm a creative. I make music. I do little comedy skits here and there. I just be doing my thing. I do random things that make me smile and hopefully make other people smile too. Does it mean I'm perfect? Hell no. Got issues like a motherfucker, but hey, look, don't we all? That's me, Class LV. You know what I'm saying? Find me on IG at LV_Smooth50, and that's not smooth with a TH, that's smooth with a VE. So we probably won't put the description below or something like that. You know what I mean? But yeah, that's me.
I see you, Rob. I've seen you on TikTok too. You making people laugh. I feel like that's the best quality a person can have to make people laugh, because like, people be needing to laugh, like the way things are. People need a little chuckle.
Facts, so used to like I love people. That's one thing. I love people who have a vast sense of humor.
Yeah.
People that ain't always stuck in the politics, ain't always getting in their feels over something, like taking shit the wrong way, trying to misunderstand it on purpose. That's the one thing that vexes me a lot. You know what I mean? Because it's like, bro, if you could see the joke and then you could laugh at it, it's like,
just leave it at that.
Not even just leave it at that, man. Just pretty much laugh.
In simpler terms.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's all good, man. Teach you how to cross your T's, dot your I's, and put that little line in your Q's, For everybody that want to point out your every little mistake, but it's all good, like I said.
Yeah. So that's LV.
That's LV.
I'm Shyla. You guys know me. Creative. That's what I'm just saying. I just be creating. I do everything. I'm leaving with something. Like, when I leave this place, this earth, universe, no time soon, I'm leaving with something. Like, y'all gonna know me for something.
Facts. I think we gotta leave something. We gotta leave something.
Definitely. My kids gotta have their way. So it's like, word. I'm founder of The Hood, this safe space for Black conversations for individuals in their 20s. Just want to keep creating safe spaces and things that are going to progress, and we're going to have other things going on. I have the Rated Black Network, which this is on, founded by me. So yeah, we're going to keep creating spaces for Black creators and Black conversations. I'm also an artist, musically, singer, songwriter.
Damn right she is.
But we're not going to talk about that. We've been lacking, but we're getting on something. Mm-hmm. But anywho, let's get into it. Are you ready?
Yeah. Ready as I'll ever be.
So today we're going to be talking about dating culture and those 20-somethings I told you guys before. Mm-hmm. So we have a couple of questions.
Yeah.
Well, I have a couple. I'm going to just say I keep saying we, but I believe in manifestation. So a team is building.
Of course.
So I say we because I'm speaking into the universe. I do want to say manifestation is not just speaking, though. It's also speaking with actions.
Of course,
they go
of course.
hand in hand. But that's besides the point. Let's not get the turf.
Don't forget to pray too, man.
Yes,
Yeah.
prayer. It matters. Okay. So, what would you say is one word to describe the dating culture in those 27 years now?
I want to go into the reality of people, how what it is to date in your 20s at this time, at this time period. But I also I want to start off by saying that, you know, dating in your 20s is literally what you make it. You feel me? And I want to start off on that note, and just also, like, you know, trickle down by saying you're gonna go through what you go through. You're gonna go through your nonsense, bullshit, toxic relationships, little flings here and there, but you gotta, like I said, you know, you can't stay stuck on those times. You know what I'm saying? No matter how much it hurts, because, you know, you end up paying attention to one aspect too much. You might think you're bringing awareness to a situation. The whole time you're manifesting bad and negative things into your life, into your aura. And you see that when you see a certain crowd start to say, yeah, I went through the same thing too, you know what I mean? And, you know, it's no gender specifics here either. It's just that, you know, people tend to forget that, you know, you gotta be able to, when you go through something, you gotta be able to, like, fall back, see it for what it is, see and I mean this when I say this, every factor in the situation, and be able to break it down specifically. You don't internalize anybody else's pain, trauma, none of that, because you're gonna be welcoming a whole bunch of different shit that you wasn't even meant to deal with. But that's just me saying. I also want to say it's spontaneous. I could also say it's scary, because, you know, folks be lying, folks be, you know, doing all types of shit. You never really know. You just gotta take care of you, you know what I mean? And have enough confidence to be a good person. That way you ain't always on the defense. You ain't always, you feel me, trying to get someone before they get you, because you live like that. I don't know what to tell you, man. But
things are not gonna work.
Exactly.
Word. I heard everything you said. I'm in agreement with a lot of things you said. I would say pissy.
Hey, listen, that's really keeping it real.
But, you know, in all seriousness, maybe I'm serious.
Yo, listen, might tell a joke, but I never tell a lie.
Hello.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna leave it at that. No, it's just really like.
Yeah, what do you really think about that? Because, you know, I know you asked some questions, but, you know, I also want to hear what you got to say too.
I don't know if I really have a word. Honestly, I don't know. It's hard. For me, I would say, because, like, I'm like a person in a world, you know, everyone says that and it's kind of annoying. They be like, oh, I'm not meant for this generation.
Yo, listen, you're meant for whatever generation you was born in. Because
right?
Guess what?
That's why you're here.
That's why you're here. If you were meant to be somewhere else,
you would have been there.
That in itself is a broken philosophy, because, oh man, damn.
No, word. We're not going to get too much into it, but
word too, because like, that's another conversation we could go down the rabbit hole with facts.
Yeah. I just feel like me personally, it's just hard. I'm going to just say it's hard. It's hard out here for them. I really can't say. I don't know.
Especially in this economy. Damn.
What song would you use to describe your dating life?
That's a very tough one. Wow. Okay. So there's a lot, and some of them are very toxic. Others are very much. You know, others are very much refreshing. You know what I'm saying? And even in those refreshing songs, you know, there'll be a little toxicity here and there. But we're going to my playlist real quick. Ain't gonna take that long. It's literally right there. Because I'll be just going on shuffle and just going whatever. I will say this though, you know what I'm saying? If I'm ever dealing with a heartbreak, I listen to straight gangster shit. You feel me? I can't get too far into my bag because I'm already a nigga that's in touch with his feelings. Like, you feel me? I just, try not to show it OD. But okay, so I don't mean to sound conceited, but one of those songs, hell yeah, by the way. But one of those songs that I would definitely say describes my dating life is a song by me, Spend Time. I literally just dropped it, a remix from my boy Alpha Relis coming out soon. Feel me, forever my boy, you know what I mean? I just want to throw that out there before I go any forward and stuff like that. Facts. But yeah, song Spend Time, right? It's by me on all platforms, probably put a link down in the description, but how it goes is basically how the song is. It's like, it's like when you know somebody's not good for you, or I wouldn't even say it like that, scratch that. When you know that you're not sure if you like someone, but you know that you like the idea of being with them, being around them and all that, right? So
you're in love with the idea.
Love with the idea, exactly. It's like it's almost like being trapped in a it's literally like being trapped in a fantasy. You know what I mean? Because it's like you know that the type of person they are and the type of person you are don't exactly sync up like that, but you're still like, fuck it, let's let me see about it, right? So I would say that'd be one song to describe it. Another song I would use describe quote unquote the dating life for me particularly. A song called Misunderstood by Big Sad 1900, but only the chorus. Only the chorus.
You want to say a little piece of it?
Misunderstood. Had to call her back and tell her it was good. Okay. You know what I mean? But that's literally the simple chorus. That's the only part.
That's the only part that relates to you.
Yes, because everything else that nigga talking is straight gangster shit. So, I be real, man. I'm a good dude. I'm a good dude. So many more songs that just didn't come to mind right now. But here's what I will say, right? Chef G said a line in one of his songs, and that song he was talking gangster shit too, but this line I relate to. He said, to all them light skins, brown skins, and dark skins, I love them. Ooh. So, relatability.
I would say a song to describe my dating life, I don't know, crickets. Whatever that little song that the crickets be making at night. Ain't shit going on. Honestly, I had like a couple songs I was playing this morning that I was vibing to, and I was like,
What was that?
I was listening to some old school shit, like some Barry White.
It's funny, I'm not even in the front like I really even know the catalog like that. But like, yo, listen.
No,
classic tunes gonna stay classic tunes for a reason.
Right. What I would say, I think this is him. Practice what you preach. I think. Yeah. I think that would describe my dating life. Practice what you preach, because I have to remind myself that I'm always giving others advice, and I always have to remind myself that I have to do what I feel others should do it. Treat others how you would want to be treated. That's a sentiment that I'm always reinstilling in myself. I think that because I'm on a journey of growth and intention, and when it comes to everything in my life, and even specifically in my dating life. Dating with intention, because I don't have time to waste. The way things are set up for me and my timeline that I've created, I know what I want and where I want to be at certain point, what I want to have by X, Y, and Z, what I want before that. So dating with intention is important. The next person I date is my husband.
Respect that.
Yeah. Next person I date is my husband. That's why I'm chilling. That's why I'm not dating. I'm not even fully in the space to be dating. So I can't bring someone along until, I feel like I'm fully equipped to be that best version that I see for my partner.
Okay.
Yeah. So I would say practice what you preach. Keep telling me this and telling me that. No.
I know the melody, I don't know the words,
Yeah,
though, but
what I'm
yeah.
gonna say is practice what you preach.
Nice.
But yeah, I think that's really it. Like, so don't I'm on a journey right now. If you don't see like a serious partnership, and if I don't see that, even if you see it and I don't see it, it's clear. But like if you don't see, don't waste my time. Because I seen this post. It was like it was a post about with black women. I'm sorry, I'm getting up on a tangent.
Nah, do your
But
thing.
connects with black women, how with different hairstyles, you attract different
I
types
saw
of men.
the one that you
Yes.
post, and I'm not gonna lie, I'm guilty of being those
Yeah.
different kinds of men. So trust what I say, I understand you completely, and I ain't even gonna deny it,
Yeah, I used to be really skinny. For those who don't know, I might have posted a couple throwbacks on my Instagram, but I'm not sure. I used to be really, really skinny. I got a little thick, and now I attract lustful men. They see my body. Before, it was like I used to like. Now I don't know. Before I'm like, okay, people just like me because I'm cool, I'm funny, I'm a good vibe. I was skin and bones. I ain't had no body, They wasn't looking at that, so it was just face card never decline, and it was just a vibe. And I was like, that all of that is still there, but that's the first thing people see, and then you get these lustful thoughts.
these
and
dudes
then,
are visual. Dudes are visual. Like,
yeah,
ain't
dudes
no
are visual.
difference,
So and then and it's all that, and it's like I'm not on that, I'm not with the situationship. I'm not with the we just messing around. Next person I'm dating is my husband, and that's that. Let's talk about childhood, and I know we just like completely switch gears.
Nah, that's fine.
Childhood and its effect on the dating culture now, and like where does the dating culture now stem from? Like where do you think the dating culture now stems from, and how did our childhood affect dating culture now? Like for people now in our age range, like
Yeah.
what things from we all have similar childhoods. Like of course everybody has their own story,
Yeah.
but you know how like we post and you're like, yeah, we all live the same life. Like there's
Yeah, I get
still a
that.
certain type of culture in our in the black community
Oh yeah.
that
we
we've all
gotta center it
dealt
on
with,
that. Yeah.
we've all dealt with specific things that we can all relate to. So like how do you think that's affected us as grown-ups dating now?
Okay, so I know that's a two-part question. So, start off with the first part where you mentioned the how a lot of us came up as our childhoods and whatnot. I want to point out first and foremost that our childhoods, how a lot of us were raised, is the reason why the dating pool is what it is right now. Because on a basic level, on a surface level, you got people that's raised off love, others that's raised off survival, people that go from love to survival, people that try to go from survival to love, and people on both ends that just can't help themselves either way. Then it goes to, everybody deals with, toxic family member or toxic somebody growing up, either growing up, whether it might have just been a statement, a person that just kept on fucking up over and over and over again. And it's a lot of things that, that's why I want to say, like, anybody that got kids now, watch how you treat your kids, be delicate with your kids, show them grace, you feel me? You know what I mean? Just like,
You want to treat yourself.
Yeah, of course.
Because that's a reflection too.
Exactly.
For your children, they mimic, and they
don't do what you say. They do what they do what they do what you do. They do what they see.
Yeah. So those parents that say, "Oh, don't be like me, be better than me." No, you be better than yourself that
Facts.
you are now. Always strive to be better because you want your children to be better. How can you say, "Don't be like me, be better than me"? Of course, everyone wants their children to be better than them, but you have to be a better you as well. You
Absolutely.
can't be this way and then expect your children to be this way. Like he said, they do as you do, not as you say.
Check it out. Hey, practice what you preach, right?
Practice what you preach.
Seriously. And
That's the song of the day.
there's a lot of hypocrisy, and I don't think a lot of us acknowledge it enough because, let's be real, everybody was never real their entire lives. You had to make mistakes, go through bumps and bruises to figure out how to, learn that lesson in the end. You feel me? So everybody don't got, and people are still learning too. So it's like, oftentimes a lot of people have this impression in their head, because of maybe what their parents told them. A lot of people feel like they're perfect. A lot of people feel like they can't do no wrong. You know what I mean? And again, it's not gender specific, but we gotta understand that we are all imperfect as humans. And once you realize that, I'm gonna actually say how it goes for me, right? With me, how I was, and we gonna trail back just a little bit, you know what I'm saying? Stick with me though. So, I always have family members telling me, oh, yo, you handsome little boy, you gonna get all the girls. And it's funny, when I got older, I'm realizing, yo, y'all capping. Y'all capping. Like, what's going on here? And honestly, exactly. Like, you gotta, and I'm just going from that real quick. You gotta watch what you tell your kids, because, doesn't matter how you mean it, they may take it a different way. You feel me? Like, you gotta like, that's why I'm very careful with how I say my words when I'm having certain conversations with certain people, you know what I mean? Friends included, you know what I'm saying? I'll be having young bros and shit like that, little homies, and they might ask me a question on something, might need some advice, and I will always leave it as an open gray area. I'll always have an open-ended answer, because life is an entire gray area. Yeah, you can go about it the black or white way to get what you gotta get done, but life is just, you never stop learning, basically. You feel me? You never stop learning. But as far as that childhood trauma and stuff goes, well, just childhoods in general, it just shapes how we move with each other. What kind of person are you? You know what I mean? Some people like to go into the zodiacs. I don't always like to narrow it down to a person's astrological sign. If we vibe, we vibe. If we're not in sync, we're not in sync. That could go for anybody. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I believe that's part one of the question. I don't know if you have anything to add on.
I just want to amplify what you said about, as far as it goes with interactions with your parental, guardians. I think that's a major point for those who did have, their parents in their life, because those are the people that, you're first introduced to, that you learn from, that you encounter. When you first, are able to understand, okay, I'm alive, I'm a person,
When you develop your consciousness.
Yeah, when you develop your consciousness, those are the people that you have your first interactions with. And that's where you develop a lot of ways of thinking. So understanding, you're molding, shaping, forming an individual. It's important.
True.
You have to be aware of this, be conscious enough. This person, we know that. We always say, oh, our children are looking up to us. People always say that when they have kids, oh, I have someone, I gotta do this for my kid, I gotta do this for my son. People always make that joke. Oh, I should have a son so I could be
hustle harder.
You hustle harder. And it's yo, that's a real thing. It's not to be joked about or made a mockery of. You have individuals who really do have to, remember that you have to do better. We have to do better. Once you have children, you should always just want to be a better person individually, before you bring anyone into your circumference, especially when you have children. Like he said, I'm going to amplify. Children don't do as you say all the time. They do as you do.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's the thing that I want to point out too. Kids are not robots, machines. A lot of people got to understand, there's a lot of people as well that have kids because they love the baby in the toddler stage, but they hate it when they start developing their consciousness.
They're not going to stay that way forever.
Right, so you gotta, it's when they develop their consciousness, when they start really questioning things, you know what I'm saying? And a lot of your kids might just do what they told to do because they just don't want to hear what you're saying, but the whole time they already got their own little ways and everything like that. So that's why we emphasize, being a good example, you know what I'm saying? But being the change you want to see, you feel me? For example, I'm the person that I felt like I would have needed if I was younger. And if you're not that person, I ain't gonna lie, you need to take a little more care of yourself.
Yeah. And also what you said about a lot of people, they just want, you know, a baby for the baby and toddler stage. There are also a lot of people who just want they just want a person. Really, they're just longing for that love, so they want to grown it down. They be like, oh, I want the kid once they're able to do for themselves. People want children, but they don't want to, you know, do what it takes to raise someone. They be like, oh, I want them once they're able to do for themselves, you know, cook, clean, all that. You want a man? Like,
True.
you
That's a full-time
just,
job.
you want a partner. Like, you want, like, you putting all this responsibility on your children, and it's like, before they even born,
Yo, it's funny
to fill a void.
It is so funny because I think that leads into like the next part of your question, and it all just, you know, plays out into how we deal with each other when we get older. Somebody are overly dependent on their partners, others are overly independent, and you know, the whole time you don't even know you're not really paying your peoples as much mind as you know you're supposed to. You know what I'm saying? And you know, it is what it is. You know, it's cool, but they're just things that we have to make sure that we look at. Everything connects back to how we was raised, things that we went through when we were younger, and you know, feel me? It's more of a realization than trying to blame somebody for why certain things ain't working out. You gotta, it's just realizing that you can learn and be better.
Yeah, I just thought of it like about like love languages, because like that's kind of like, you know, a terminology to explain like how people interact, react, or are reacted in romantic relationships or partnerships.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you know, you have different love languages. For example, a couple as like people who say like their love language is food, gift giving, words of affirmation, stuff like that. And how
that's one of my love languages, words of affirmation. Especially when somebody tells me, when you tell me you probably, oh my goodness, it makes you want to keep. It makes you want to. I feel like Superman. I could do anything in this world.
When was that about? Chicken?
I could do a lot. I could cure world hunger with that motivation I'm getting on me.
But yeah, like that, a lot of that comes from your childhood, what you received or what you lacked.
Right.
You know, because there's a two-way part. People always just talk about the part of people what their love language is to give, but they never talk about what their love language is to receive.
Sure.
You know, like if maybe you didn't have an environment where you were told, I'm proud of you, you know, like people didn't notice, like the little things, the small things that, not saying you per se, but like,
I could get into that, you know.
But you know, and then like, so in your relationships, you long for that.
True.
You want someone who's gonna recognize or come in.
Since we're talking about dating, let's talk about it, you feel me? When I was younger, I was in high school, middle school, even early college days, I was a fucking simp. You know what I'm saying? But that's only because, and you know, people will call some of the things that I was doing back then love bombing. People will call it that. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, and you know, that's what I'm saying. You got to careful with how nice you are to certain individuals, people in general. Not to say that, you know, oh, they're gonna do me wrong, but you don't want them to take it the wrong way, because like I said, a lot of people are traumatized from shit.
Yeah, it is hard to sometimes, the lines do get blurred for some people, like you don't really understand. Some people don't know how to differentiate the two.
Exactly.
But sometimes it's not always clear.
Exactly. And sometimes the person giving that love may not be able to explain, like, yo, you just make me happy, da 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 da.
Yeah.
And then somebody hears that, like, say if I'm talking to a girl, or I'm talking to a woman, because you know, we grown people now.
Right.
I'm talking to a woman, right? And I'm like, yo, I want to do this to you because, you know, da 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 da. You know, just like, and I have, you know, little crushes here and there, but you know, there's a reason that none of them get pursued, because I know where I'm at. You know what I mean? So I would say, oh, I'm doing this to you because you make me feel so this way. And the whole time she might take an entire different way, because, you know, I know one thing about women, when they dating, they gotta stay vigilant. And honestly, as a guy, I may not even understand. I'm like, yo, what you tripping for? Because it's like, but then, you know, when you sit back and you realize, you know, a lot of stuff that women deal with, it's just, okay, I get it. You know what I mean? I get it. I mean, I still don't get it completely because, you know, I'm a guy, but I understand what you're saying. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
it's not limiting the amount. It's not changing who you are, changing how you treat people when you fuck with them. But it's just, you know, dishing it out in portions in which they're used to.
Yeah.
You see me? Yeah.
I think correct me if I'm wrong. I don't know. What do you guys think? What do you think? I want to give an example maybe for those to explain love bombing. Like
I'm not too familiar on it either, but yeah.
When men say to women, like females, women, people, girls, us, ladies, like have you ever come across a man who comes to you and they see you and they be like, you gonna be my girlfriend, you my girlfriend, and they don't even know you. And they'd be like, yeah, you're my girlfriend, I love you. Oh, I love you. And it's like, you don't even know. I tell people that when they tell me they love me, you don't know me, so how can you love me?
Yeah, you know, I go front.
That's crazy to me.
It's funny. I've never understood that. As a man, I've never. It's funny too. It's weird.
You just coming to me and you don't even know me. You're telling everybody that.
Many women, according to guys and their experiences, operate how they feel. So you know, a guy tries to amp up that feeling. You know, amplify how she might feel. You know, give her a new feeling to run with, and then you know, in turn, get what he wants out of her. You feel me? So. I think guys try to do that, and it's a black and white mentality way of thinking, because you gotta understand every girl is different. There's some girls out here that move just like dudes. You feel me? There's guys out here that you know as girls like to call sassy. You feel me? But it's on some. It's a lot, and I don't even mean to get into those politics because I already know how folks will react to that. I already know how that goes, but. Everybody's different, though.
So much
Everybody's
terminology,
different.
you know. Like people joke and stuff, but I don't like to call men sassy because, you know, like I don't know. Maybe because when people are saying men are sassy, I feel like they're playing into certain gender roles and like societal norms that maybe I may not agree with. Because I feel like men, specifically black men, do deserve grace. You know, people like, and I feel like I could respect it if they had some real backing behind it, but it's like people make a joke and mockery of everything. It's like a man blocks you, oh, you sassy, you block me, you sassy. And it's like, he's a human. You know, he has emotions too. He's allowed to step away from a situation.
How many girls got on my block list?
And say, you know, I don't want to deal with this. Men are allowed to have standards as well.
If blocking the female makes you sassy, man, call me that all day. Hey, listen, I ain't gonna break my wrist for nobody, but look, I'm the type of person.
But this is a black space.
Hell yeah, Like you said, safe space, but what you call it? I'm the type of person. Like I said, I'm already in tune with how I feel. That if something make me feel crazy, it's gonna be that chemical imbalance. That's like I gotta do something about it. Before I never used to do nothing about it, and I would suffer in the long run. But yo, listen, if you even on my social media and you posting a bunch of nonsense and bullshit,
rhetoric that don't align with what
Rhetoric just doesn't align, because you don't have to align with me, but I could understand and respect what you're saying. But when you have a certain rhetoric that shows me that you're committed to misunderstanding certain things, then I can't fuck with you, man. You know what I'm saying? And it's like,
especially in what you do.
Especially in what I do.
They're gonna be in the comments and like there's always gonna be a back and forth.
And I'm not gonna
You don't want that negativity on the page.
The reason that I'm very careful with my words nowadays is because I know what it's like to be careless with your words. You know what I'm saying? So it's just a matter of, you know, not always caring what people think, but you know, presenting yourself in the best way you want to present yourself possible. You know what I mean? It ain't got nothing to do with being fake. It ain't got nothing to do with, you know, this, that, and the next. There's too many people that often talk about being blunt or brutally honest. Honesty ain't gotta be brutal. You feel me? You can be blunt. You feel me? But you know, you don't gotta fuck over people on that type of level where it's like you're trying to talk down to them or whatever because you know the answers. Whole time, everybody has a place that they can improve on.
Speaking on what you were just speaking on, you know, how you treat people. How do you think we can move forward and heal from the mentality of like toxicity being cute and good? Because you know, like everyone, like they spew that rhetoric out like, oh yeah, I'm toxic, oh yeah, this is toxic. Like that word is just like oversaturated.
Okay, so since this is a safe space, who, in your experience, do you think does it more? as far as, you know, guys and girls go?
I feel like from my experience, like how I've interacted with people and from what I see on social media, I would say it's a mix.
I feel you. It's funny. It's funny because I used to think that girls did it more, but now it's like I definitely see this more of a mix. And why do I say that? Because recently you've had this entire red pill movement come along, you know, with the age of the podcasters, where they're talking about, you know what I'm saying, how they feel. And it's like,
listen,
the
Alpha Male podcast.
I will tell you like this, balance. That's literally a balance. As a guy, there were certain things in those podcasts that we needed to hear, but those were very far extremes, you know what I mean? And I'm not even gonna be too black and white with it, but you know, a lot of those things that are being preached were everybody cannot live like that.
Exactly.
Everybody can't live like that. Every guy can't live like an alpha male, and every girl can't live like, you feel me, you know, however it is on their end, you know. The super political, this, that, and next. It's just it's something that you gotta know your lane.
You said you can listen to someone even if they don't align
bits and
with you.
pieces from everything.
Even if they don't align with you, but there's certain things where it's like, okay, I don't even want to ingest that into my brain, because it's just pure nonsense to me.
Yeah, a lot of people love to overcorrect others, but not want to be corrected themselves. Because they're always the one dishing out the tickets. You know how you get a ticket on your car, you in the wrong spot parked? Yeah, a lot of people like to hand out the tickets. You see a ticket on your dashboard, you catching a heart attack. Gotta pay $50, something like that.
Because anyone who spoke up against what they like had an opposite of opinion, it was like, get out.
Yeah, and that's not maturity. That's not that's a cult. You know what I'm saying? You can't. You're putting a ceiling on your mental growth, on your learning. You never stop learning. If you believe you stop learning, it's like I don't know what to tell you, man.
You need to learn some more. Then you have to stop learning if you think that you stop learning. Like, if that makes sense.
You know, people be saying something and they'll be right, but what they're saying will also be a cover for a lot of people on their end to practice fuck shit. You know what I mean? To practice, you know, dishonesty. And then it's like, I'll say for the guys, for example, they be like, yo, girls trying to use me for this, girls trying to use me that, and that's like, okay, cool, no problem. And then dudes then you have the other set of dudes that come behind that statement and say, oh, these bitches ain't shit, they just want to use you for this, that, and the next. That's why I ain't never gonna treat no girl right. Like, bro, you're taking it too far, gang. You're taking it way too far, you feel me? Like, I ain't saying be a simp, bro, but you know, you just gotta have that balance. That's all you gotta have.
Balance is key. I always say that also you can't fault the next person for the last person's mistakes. You know, because how can you prejudge someone else for someone else? You know, like that's not that person. You know, like it's different. You have to. I always say, don't forget, keep things in the back. You know, so like you know not what to expect, because like I said, you can't expect from others what others may have done. You know, you have to go in with a clean slate with everyone until proven different otherwise. But like, keep things in the back of your mind, but don't have it there to where you're on guard to where you block your blessings.
Oh yes. Oh, say it again.
You know, keep things there. Remember how things went, so you know, okay, there's different possibilities, because there's always different possibilities. Not because this person is this way because you don't know them, but just know that just in life there can always be different possibilities. But don't have that to where you're just always on guard and you're blocking your blessings because you're like, oh, you know, this is gonna go wrong. No, this person, everybody in the show, this person is this way. No, you can't block your blessings. And a lot of people tend to block their blessings because they're faulting others for others' past mistakes. It's easier said than done. Of course, you're gonna have trauma, and there's gonna be, you know, a point where you're just like always on guard, and you're like, you know, I dealt with this, I don't want to deal with this again, because no one wants to hurt. You know, no one wants to hurt, but we have to, you know, just teach ourselves and grow and learn that, you know, just, I don't know, just don't fault people, man.
Forgive, but don't forget.
Yeah, forgive. That's the simple way of everything that I just said. Forgive, but don't forget. Don't let not forgetting block your blessings.
That's a fact. I be having a problem with forgiveness myself as well. So I know that's one thing that I really try my hardest to work on that. Because the reason why I have a problem with forgiveness so much because I don't think that I go into anywhere. I make mistakes, yes, but I don't ever go into anywhere with any bad intentions. So if I make a mistake, yo, tell me what I did, call me out, pull me to the side, do whatever you gotta do. But like, you know, like I said, that's something I gotta work on, you know.
So, facts. Speaking of, you know, growth and, you know, learning forgiveness, I want to speak about like self-care, self-love, and just how, you know, the correlation to dating, self-care, self-love, the correlation to dating. I feel like we touched base on it a little bit and little pieces of things we were talking about. But like self-care and self-love and its correlation to dating, I think is really, 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 really something that needs to be touched on because it's so important. You know, everyone says, oh, you have to be the best person for yourself before you can be the best person for anyone else and all of that. But like, do we really know what that means? Do we really know what it takes?
A lot of us say things that sound good, but we don't really know what it means until we experience it. That goes for me too, you feel me? I don't, like, you know, there are things that I would say, there are things I used to say years ago, giving advice to some of my friends, and I wouldn't realize what I was saying until years later. You know what I'm saying? So
I feel like it's very, very important because it kind of connects to what we were talking about earlier about love languages and how we treat others in relationships.
You just read my mind. I swear to God, you just read my mind. It's crazy.
Love languages, how we treat others in relationships. It all connects. I think it's really important for me. Like I said before, I'm growing, I'm healing, I'm learning. You never stop learning, as he said.
Facts.
And I'm building a better version of me. I'm not going to say the best version of me because you're always going to get better because you're always going to learn. You got to love on yourself.
Yeah, that's what I want to touch on too, the correlation between self-love and just, you know, how you deal with, you know, other people as far as dating goes. Like you said, and I think a good thing for us to know as far as like, cause you mentioned the love languages and how that relates to self-care. Cause you know, you talk about love languages as if somebody else is supposed to be the one to fill us up, but you gotta be able to, you know, take care of yourself. You gotta be able to. For me, words of affirmation. I gotta be able to look in the mirror and be like, yo, listen, you the baddest motherfucker that ever lived. Even if I'm not the bad, it doesn't matter because at the end of the day, I'ma still treat myself like, you know, like okay, I'm gonna go out here and I'm gonna be the best version of myself that I can be for the day, for the day, because you know.
You fill those voids for yourself.
Exactly.
I think you can always be yearning for that in someone else, and if someone else is not able to give that to you, then that can cause frustration, that can lead to situations that may not be healthy for both of you, etc. It can just explode, cause bigger situations. You have to fill those voids. No one can be the best for you more than you can. You gotta be cool with being alone, and then when you get back out there, you know what I mean, you'll find yourself giving more to others. Not to say that you're exerting yourself, but once you take care of yourself, what you give to others is damn near incomparable. You see what I'm saying? So it's like, you know, that's really what it is. Chilling, I just be by myself, just growing. Like I said, next person I'm dating is my husband, because I got things to do. And like, I never wanted kids or anything. I never wanted to give me that one. No. I'm joking with you. I promise I'm not joking. Because when you say you never wanted kids, because it's like, I used to want kids. No, you don't. Because I know who I am. And it's like, I know certain things that I dealt with. I know the kind of person I am. And I love the awareness, the self-awareness. Nah, yeah. That's what we're talking about. It's not even like, and it's not even to say that, you know,
this I'm horrible, da 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 da. But it's just I know that I have my ways, and those that deal with me know that I have my ways.
You don't want.
I don't want them to deal with that. So I don't want.
And that's why you have to learn and grow and change, do better.
Yeah, facts. But it's not even just. It doesn't even just stop there. It doesn't stop there. It goes a lot further than just me having my ways. You feel me?
Yeah, I get it. But like I was saying, like I used to not want kids. I never wanted kids. As I got older, I kind of was like, maybe, like, you know, it don't sound that bad. I kind of do want, like, I want a family. I want to, like, I'm not gonna lie. I have a lot of, how would you say, non-conventional ways about me. But I am kind of like a traditional girly, in a sense as well. It's like a mix of balance.
I get that.
It's not just one way. Like I'm not gonna throw a lot at me. I used to tell people this. I wanted a house husband.
You wanted a house husband? You wanted to be the one out there getting the bread?
You feel me?
And he's taking care of the bread?
Yeah.
Okay.
But like, I don't want that no more. I want someone who like we both are like, not saying because I feel like that's kind of discrediting housewives, because a housewife don't mean that you're not getting to it.
Sure.
You got people like, you know, like you see now all these influencers, most of them they're stay-at-home moms, but they're getting to the bag. They're doing, that's a job too. Being creative is a job.
They're starting their businesses.
Yeah,
All
they're
that
starting their
type of
businesses. But so I'm on the track, but anyway, like I said, I'm a little unconventional and traditional. It's mixed with me. I do want a family. I do want, you know, children, a husband. I want both of us to be successful in our careers, whatever that may be. I used to think I wanted someone in the same field as me, a creative and all that. Honestly, I'm not gonna lie. I want a regular person. I just want a get money person, I want a regular person. I just want somebody really regular, like not in the same field as me, the industry. I really want a regular dude who just get to the money, and he's just, you know, his intellect just, he's there. He keep me on my toes. He doing it. You feel me? I need somebody who really do it for me, because y'all don't be doing it for me. And, yeah, like just someone I can build with, you know. That's why, like I said, I'm dealing with attention, because I know I want a family, and when like, we were speaking with children, it comes a lot. People will just have children with anyone.
Yeah, you can't do that.
I need to really learn a person, even though you never truly know a person. But I need to just feel like I need to really learn my person as much as I can beforehand. So I'm not gonna say that it's realistic or not realistic, because we never know. Life just happens. But for me, what ideally, you know, I would want is to be with my partner for at least like 3 years before marriage, be married for 2, and then bring children.
Yes, you got like a whole structure to how you want everything to go.
Yeah, so that gives me, so that's 5 years. So 5 years, you know, and I'm trying to have children by a certain age, so I need to find my person now.
I was urgent. It's urgent. Talk about it.
But you know, like, of course I'm not out there looking. What's for you comes, you know. When you're doing the work and what you need to do for you, like what's for you is gonna gravitate towards you. You know, it's about intentions.
I know a lot of ladies say that, you know, guys do a lot of the approaching and stuff like that, but just because you have a vast pool of options doesn't mean everybody's good. So I know y'all got to do a lot of vetting and stuff. So you feel me? It's based on how I was raised. I'm not even gonna call myself a traditional man, but I hold a lot of traditional values. So it's like,
I would say that.
I don't care how much I like a girl. If I know that I can't do too much for her, or if I can't do shit for her, even if I can't drive, because I don't have a car, if I can't even drive to get you, drive you around, take you on dates like how I really want to, I'm gonna leave you alone, especially if I know the caliber of girl, the woman that she is, or like, you know, especially knowing, there are so many, like in my late 20s, my mid to late 20s, that there's so many girls that I was like, wow, she just does it for me, but it's like I can't. You know, I don't want to be nobody's anchor. I don't want to be nobody's anchor.
I feel like for some women it's like that too. I say some because, you know, we are in the age where like I feel like a lot of people, they say that they use that word traditional to like spew certain rhetoric.
Yeah, I hate that.
Because there's a lot of women who say, oh, I want a traditional man only because they want a man. They don't even know. I was having this conversation with one of my friends.
No,
You want a traditional man because you want a man to pay for dinner,
pay for all everything.
pay for everything, just pay. You want a man to just spend
Money.
So you want a man to just spend. You want a husband who just spend money to pay for everything, right? Okay. When y'all got married, traditionally, right? You're a traditional woman, not you. I'm just saying.
I get you, but you know that kind of wild, okay?
You're a traditional woman, right? So, traditionally, you're the bride's family is supposed to pay for the wedding. Did your father and mother, did they pay for the wedding?
Ooh, I ain't even know that.
You're a traditional woman, though, right?
I ain't even know that.
Oh, okay.
She said it, not me.
No, but this is facts. Like, traditionally, yeah. You can like ask people. At least I know in the Black community and every community, the bride's family pays for the wedding. Like when I get married, my father's paying for my wedding. That's how it goes.
I feel you.
Like that's just one example I gave. Like y'all say y'all traditional people, and y'all want to say, oh, I'm just. Don't say, maybe say you hold some traditional values, like he said. Mm-hmm. Don't just be, oh, you're strictly traditional, because if y'all pay for your own wedding, that's unconventional. It may be common now, but it's still unconventional. That's not traditional.
Girl really likes you, bro. She will take you out to different places. I've been taken out before, and there have even been times where I've been taken out, and I felt like, yo, bro, why is she paying for this shit? I don't like this shit. Like, and it's like, and that's just me in my mind. You know what I mean? That's just how I am. But I'll still appreciate everything. You see what I'm saying? It got to a point when I was dating my last shorty, right? I was like, yo, you keep paying for this. What's like, yo, can I do it for once? You know what I mean? So it's like, I don't know. I just kind of felt weird in that sense because I just know how I was raised, and the traditional values not only came from my father but also from my mother, because they came up in a time, 80s, 90s, all that. So they're going about they're thinking about things. They're basically going about dating as far as like how even my grandparents would have done. You feel me? Economy right now is crazy. So like a lot of these traditional values that came from people who grew up in a different time than us, a lot of them don't stick no more because the economy is fucking everybody over.
And what works for one may not work for the other. For the goose is not good for the game.
You know what I'm saying? Exactly that.
So some may be able to just the man do everything. Some maybe gotta do 75-25, 50-50. Like you never know.
The economy has pretty much put a limit on how many traditional men there can be. You feel what I'm saying? And that's just an opinion of mine. I'm not gonna say that's a straight fact, but that's an opinion of mine. A lot of people are out here struggling, guys themselves included, and it's just a lot of things that people don't take into consideration before having these conversations. So I think people jump the gun too quick. They speak too fast. They don't take time to sit back and think about it. Because we got, like I said, it's kind of nasty out here in a lot of senses. Who are you? How do you operate? How do you move? And if somebody's gonna be in sync with you and what you're doing, how do they gotta move? It's a never-ending process of learning yourself and learning the person that you say that you love. You know what I'm saying?
I think we pretty much touched base on everything.
Did we?
Yeah. Just practice what you preach.
And I
just
will leave
intentions. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for popping out and creating creating a space with me, where we can have these conversations.
Yeah, of course.
Just thanks for tuning in. Thanks for popping out to the hood. If you have any last words or advice for anyone out here, dating or like just whatever.
Move at your pace. Move at your pace. Get a funny feeling about something, tell the person, I'll get back to you later. You Feel me? Don't ever feel like you have to do something for somebody. Don't ever feel like you owe anybody anything. But treat people how you want to be treated. You know what I'm saying? Keep your balance. Keep cool. And listen, if you're feeling a way about anything, if you're feeling strange about something, before you project that on the next individual, be vulnerable and ask somebody that you trust, like, you know what I'm saying, like, you know, about your situation. That way they can give you, even if they don't give you the answer you're looking for, they can give you a different perspective and that'll lead you to your answer.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
And I could take my own advice as well, so it sounds good, but you know, I'm imperfect as fuck, my boy.
Word. Thanks for tuning in to The Hood, where we create safe spaces for Black conversations for individuals and those 20-somethings.
Mm-hmm.
It's a beautiful day. The sun is shining.
It is, man.
And yeah, I hope that you took something away from this. We never stop learning. Peace, love, and blessings to you all. Tune in. Tell a friend,
Tune into the hood. Tune into the hood where it's all good, like a backwood. You know what I mean?
Word. We just be out here just comfy, creating safe spaces. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
Positive role model for the urban community.
Boy.